So you can see here that Roy Lee built an AI system that bypasses FAANG's brutal technical interviews. So these are kind of coding tests that he claims to be quite repetitive, boring, and it made him actually hate coding. So you can see that he built an AI program to help him land internship at Amazon, Meta, and TikTok. So these companies put potential software engineers through a battery of interviews. The most hated part of the process is the technical interview. During a technical interview, programmers solve esoteric coding problems. Often, they have to do it live on camera while an employee from the company watches. So this is obviously quite an annoying problem for everyone to do. And you see that the training for the technical interviews killed his passion for the job. He says, "It was one of the most miserable experiences I've ever had while programming. I felt like I had to do it. It's something I needed to do for a big tech job, and there was just so much to learn, so much to memorize, and so many random problems I could expect to have been thrown at me." And he says that this made him hate programming, and he is referring to his lead code profile here, where you can actually test yourself on these big coding problems, and he's actually been able to solve 620 of them, which is just showing his devotion to actually being a good programmer, right? But he said it has to be a better way. The answer to a lot of these problems is so algorithmic. They're also just not representative at all of what you do as a programmer on the job. So you kind of see the normal school system kind of ending up here. Like, hey, all this school stuff that you learn, it's not applicable when you go into the real world. And here you see this exact same thing happening in the best softwares in the world as well. Now you can see I recorded the full cycle with Amazon as the ultimate product demo to show that this works. The recruiting process is now broken. So I want to show you a quick example of exactly how this looks like. And he's using this tool called Interview Coder. So just imagine that you're on a meeting right now with a potential job employer, and they give you this test here. So you need to
take a screenshot.
actually make a you actually have to code, you actually have to solve this problem. And the app that he actually created is kind of put on the top level here. As you can see, the problem statement shows up in the top here, and then you can actually get it to write the exact solution here right on top, where he would actually write the solution himself. So here you can see, say he's at the job interview, he can just write behind that transparent column. It doesn't change anything in the column itself. He can just keep writing, keep going back and forth, keep answering the questions. And yeah, obviously, kind of like having the cheat codes just stapled on top of it. He didn't only get a job at Amazon, he was able to get jobs at many different companies using this exact strategy. And in one tweet, he said it doesn't only work from Amazon. And here he has an actual email thanking him for doing the interview and then saying, "Congratulations, you got the job." Really interesting from Amazon. However, what ended up happening is that he got caught. So what he did, and because the student is from Columbia, they were actually quite mad at Columbia University for doing this. And you can see in the email that he distributed here on X, he said, "We trust in Columbia to take proper action with regards to this student." So they didn't only tell him what to do, they also tell Columbia University that they should maybe be more strict or something like that. In my opinion, he made an AI tool to make all job interview processes kind of obsolete, which I think that he should gain a little golden star, in my opinion. I don't know, like go in the back of the room of Columbia University and say, "Bro, you are incredible," right? So here you also see that he tried to go with Meta, but this news quickly spread and they said, "We cannot take you on." The same with this. Capital One. And the same here as well. It seems like a double tweet here that he got caught and he got expended. Did he get expended? Let's check it out. Hey, by the way, if you like this video, click on subscribe. Also check out the full video over on our podcast channel. You can find that in the link in the description. Now, let's get back to it. Let's keep reading. So he said that LLMs have made getting a job at big tech companies pointless. Maybe it's stupid for me to say this. He said, most human intelligence work is going to be obsolete in 2 years. So I have 2 years to make something happen, meaning I need to swing as big as possible, and I don't have the time to work 2 years in a big tech job, nor do I want to anymore. By the time I graduate, these LLMs are going to get advanced enough to the point where there is no significant intellectual work that I could produce value for society. Pretty bullish on the AI as a whole. And he said he's booked a one-way ticket out of the city and won't even be on campus when Columbia wants to talk to him. So he actually had, I think, on March 13.
Yep, he actually said he won't be there during the hearing, and he actually plans to leave the university and just go all in on his new program.
Which definitely makes sense, right? I saw there is a disciplinary hearing for March 11. I don't even know how schools do this anymore. I've seen like Reddit posts online, which is like a teacher standing on top of the class and saying, you all use ChatGPT for this and blah, blah, blah. Honestly, I have no idea how schools are going to take this and actually say, oh, it's bad that you made an amazing tool that can help incredible things to happen. And if you wonder what the tool is called, it is called Interview Coder. And the price is $60 per month. He said that he didn't really have the balls to do something like this until quite recently. And now seeing obviously that he's taken on X and he's just, kind of trolling a little bit. But the ending statement here is, big tech companies don't have an incentive to change. LeetCode is a slop system that works for them, but it's a gigantic net negative on the development ecosystem around the world. It's an attempt at a standardized test that measures problem solving, but in today's world, that's just obsolete. Just like the calculator was kind of annoying for me to use when I was in school, or we couldn't use a calculator, right? When I did like business school as well, we had to write with pen and paper, like kind of an Excel sheet, but in pen and paper, which was completely a waste of time. After I went to school, obviously I got a business and that was completely redundant. So for schools, can we maybe try to learn AI and try to make these tools and try to actually integrate it into the school system? Because by the next 2 years, I don't think that much of the school system is going to be very valuable. I don't know if you have any thoughts on this, Mike.
Yeah, I'm actually with you on this one. Like within the next 2 years, even if someone's going to be using AI, they won't be able to tell if it's AI. And so time to adapt, guys. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, definitely time to adapt. And we're going to see how the slowest institution of all is going to change over time. Hopefully. Well, school is also very, very beneficial for the socialization and actually being in groups and making friends and stuff like that. But at least don't penalize people for using the best tech in the world and actually landing the best jobs in the world. He should be praised, is what I think. Don't discipline him. That's crazy. Hey, so if you loved this clip, we actually have a full-length podcast that you can check out in the link in the description down below. A lot more to cover. All right, see you there.